What if I told you that much of what you believe about Jesus may not be the full story? What if, for centuries, the truth has been hidden, intentionally, by those in power? From ancient empires to religious institutions, powerful forces have worked behind the scenes, shaping the image of Jesus to serve their own agendas. This isn't just another conspiracy theory. This is a journey into forgotten texts, buried scrolls, and banned gospels. The deeper you go, the more you'll realize there's a side of Jesus the world was never meant to see. In the next few minutes, everything you thought you knew might be turned upside down. Are you ready to face the truth? Most people have heard of the four Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But did you know there were dozens more? The Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Mary, the Gospel of Judas. These ancient texts, written in the first few centuries after Jesus, paint a radically different picture of him. One that is mystical, human, and powerful in ways mainstream Christianity has never acknowledged. So why were they banned? Because they challenged the authority of the early church. These Gospels didn't describe a Jesus who wanted blind obedience. They spoke of inner enlightenment, of a divine spark within. To the Roman Empire and the forming church, that was dangerous. They needed control, and an all-powerful church was easier to build on uniformity, not diversity. So the Gospels that didn't fit their narrative, burned, buried, forgotten. Until now. Forget the peaceful, soft-spoken image you've seen in paintings. In reality, Jesus was a threat to the most powerful empire on earth. He challenged the status quo. He defied religious elites. He stood against corruption, injustice, and oppression. And the Roman Empire saw him as a political rebel, a leader capable of igniting revolution. That's why he was crucified. Not just for religious reasons, but because he represented something dangerous: hope for the powerless. History often paints him as only spiritual, but those who lived under Roman rule knew he was shaking the system at its core. He was more than a preacher. He was a revolutionary. For centuries, Mary Magdalene was reduced to a background character, or worse, labeled a sinner. But the hidden texts suggest something else entirely. She was a teacher, a leader, possibly even Jesus' closest companion. In the Gospel of Mary, she speaks with wisdom the other disciples struggle to grasp. Could it be that Mary was erased from the central narrative? Not because she was unimportant, but because she was too important. In a male-dominated world, the idea of a woman as spiritual equal, or even superior, was unacceptable. So she was sidelined, her story rewritten. But her voice, once silenced, is rising again. And it changes everything. In the year 325 AD, Roman Emperor Constantine convened the Council of Nicaea. It wasn't just a religious gathering, it was a political move. Christianity was becoming the empire's official religion, and Constantine needed unity. So doctrines were decided, books were chosen, others were excluded. Debates raged over whether Jesus was divine, human, or both. The result? A fixed version of Christianity that aligned with imperial power. Alternative views were crushed. This wasn't just faith, it was strategy. The Jesus we know today, shaped as much by politics as by prophecy. From the mysterious Shroud of Turin to the Dead Sea Scrolls, physical evidence continues to challenge the official story. The shroud bears the image of a crucified man. Some say it's Jesus himself. And the scrolls discovered in caves near Qumran reveal beliefs and practices of early sects that don't match the modern church. There are mentions of a teacher of righteousness, strange messianic codes, and apocalyptic visions. Could these fragments be windows into a hidden past? Archaeology doesn't lie. It whispers from the dust, telling stories that institutions have long tried to silence. One of the most mysterious gaps in Jesus' life is his youth. From age 12 to 30, the Bible is silent. But ancient records from India and Tibet speak of a man called Isa, a wise teacher from the West who preached peace and compassion. Locals believed he was a prophet, and some stories say he returned there after the crucifixion. Is it possible Jesus traveled across continents in search of wisdom? Was he influenced by Eastern teachings? Mainstream history avoids this path, but the footprints are there, if you're willing to follow them. This isn't just about history. It's about how truth is shaped, filtered, and fed to us. Knowing who Jesus really was, beyond dogma and doctrine, means reclaiming a story meant to empower, not control. Whether you believe he was the Son of God, a prophet, or a revolutionary thinker, one thing is certain. The version of Jesus you've been shown is only part of the picture. The rest is still being uncovered, piece by piece. And now that you've seen it, ask yourself, what else might they be hiding?